and welcome along. This is a Virtual Farmer and we're back on Hutan Pantai. It is springtime and I've got a whole load of bits and pieces to sort out first. As usual, we've got some selling to do, we've got some productions to sort, we've got another full pallet of goat's milk here, so we're going to drop that into our dairy quickly. I did a little bit of moving around and adjusting things because we've run out of ingredients for kimchi, so I reworked my well, everything basically around our greenhouse so that the right stuff was coming out of that. We now have some bits and pieces to sell here, so it looks like we've got some more rice rolls to sell. We've got some more peas. Yeah, in fact, we've got 2 packs of rice rolls. The spinach has run out, so we've now finished selling all of that off. And yeah, it's really a case of just continuing this. I think I'm going to move my shop and my factory here. We've got space down the bottom where we sold off the grain store last time. And I think we could possibly have these better positioned over there, give us a bit more space, maybe increase the size of the rice paddock we've got below here, and get a little bit more rice out of that. So I might go and sell that and redo it, and just generally try and increase how much money we can make on it. We're going to use the move placeables mod for this. So once I've cleared all of these out of the way, we should be able to move our placeables without too much trouble. We've probably got some mushrooms as well over here. We're up to 90,000, so that's 11,000 we've made off just the stuff we've sold this morning. I'd also like to put a new rice paddy in on the opposite side of the road. I did investigate the possibility of getting some water buffalo because they sell stuff, or their milk sells really well, especially if you can make cheese out of it. But to actually get somewhere that we can milk them is too expensive. It's hundreds of thousands of pounds, so it's just not really something we could afford until a lot later into this series. And considering that we are now into our final year on here and trying to pay off as much of the loan as we can, I'm very iffy about going and selling a huge amount of money, going and using a huge amount of money. You know, we have 100,000 here. I would very much like to pay off a big whack of our loan today if I can with that, but we do have to pay a little bit of money to move stuff, and probably pay some money to try and place new rice paddies and things. So it's gonna be one of those things where we've got to be careful. We've got some Napa cabbage here actually that we can sell as well. We're full up in the factory of that because we're distributing, but I managed to end up with some coming here, so we might as well sell this as well. See if we can get ourselves up to 95,000. We're gonna do some contracts today too. I'm gonna pop down there. Nope, that was only 790,000. Right, so that's everything sorted there. We've got to get an animal trailer. We've got some other bits and pieces to do. So lots of stuff to work. In fact, I also want to put a new shed in because we've kind of run out of space. So we're going to move some stuff around. I'm going to bring the equipment into the middle of the yard here, and then we'll start moving some bits around. First, we're going to head down to the shop and we'll get a couple of contracts started. So there's a couple of really well-paying contracts today. We've got this weeding contract for 11,588 on field 4. Then there's one right by us, which is worth another 2,000. So I might try and get both of those done with this weeder. In fact, yeah, we'll do it with this weeder. So we will borrow the items for that one. The other one that I think we could do today is there's a hoeing contract here that pays quite well. Which is right beside field 4, which our first contract is. It's a pity. We could use the hoe on both contracts, but I've already taken the other one now. So we will borrow the items for this as well. And so, yeah, field 3 and 4 we've got sorted. So let's get these off. And this is the great thing. We can just grab these tractors, hook everything up, and send them off to their respective fields. In fact, I think we can probably complete this contract with this piece of kit. And then use the hoe on the other weeding contract. We will give that a try before we go and return this. But a hoe should be fine for doing a weeding contract. We create job, field work, and we want to send it to field 4. So over here, that way, right, and start job. And that is now off to go and get that job done. And get this hooked up to this and send this off to field 3. So again, select this, create job, field work on field 3. You can go to that corner there and start job. So I've moved all my equipment out the way, and we should be able to move some of our buildings and things. I don't think I can move this bit of wood, can I? No, that doesn't do anything there, and we can't really get anywhere near this. Can't remove this shed either, unfortunately. But I think we've got some space to move this shed across. Then you can see here, we can put in a shed that's not too expensive. 25,000 we can put in this shed here. But to try and fit it down the side, it would just about fit there. But oh, I really don't like the controls for the landscaping stuff. Yeah, there's just not quite enough space. So if we have a look at this one here, I think doesn't have a door in it anywhere. It's just yeah, it's just an open shed. Won't really fit in that space either for 25,000. So I'm gonna have to sell that one and replace it about here-ish. So let's get out of that. Now, if I press this move and try and move it, it won't work. So we're gonna have to sell that. Yes. Okay. And then, oh wow, that took out all of that there. That's brilliant. That gives us a ton of extra space. So now I should be able to put this back in over here-ish. 10,010. Yeah, that would fit there very nicely. And then we can put this shed in beside it. Says it overlaps with another object, so we will just do a standard placement there. Don't think there's anything that really gets in the way. So 25,000 to place that there. And then we're going to need to put the fence back in as well. So that should be fences. There we go. And we could put one of these fences in, actually. Just running from... all of that area is restricted. Never mind. So we've lost our fence down the side here. It sort of sold a whole area around there. But I'm quite happy with that. That'll do nicely. Gives us a good little bit of storage space for our stuff. And gives us a nice new shed to store things. Is this door open? It does. And it just fits down the side there. That's perfect. So, yeah. Nice new shed area. Yes, it's cost us a bit of money, but we're all good. Right. So now I can move that stuff back in. We want to move this, though, over to the other side. So this is something I've placed and I know I can move. So if I click on that, we've got the move button there and we get this axis up. And it means that I can then move this around. It can be a little bit finicky. I'm going to move it over to this area here because as several people said in the comments, it's not an easy area to do much with. And after a little bit of maneuvering, I think we're going to put it here. So it's going to cost us £44 to move that. So yes. Okay. And that then is moved. And I want to try and move my shop over there as well. So we'll move that over there too. 1,300. I'm going to go with that. And we'll place that there. I think it must have had to have altered the height of the land or something when it did it. But it's, yeah, it's looking good on that. So we've got our little shop here looking very nice. We've got our position here to sell everything. Oh, this is going to have to move down a little bit by the looks of things, but otherwise it's good. So we'll get that fixed. And yeah, that's fixed that. So that's now sitting flush with the ground. That's much better. And then, right. And that just means that we free up a whole load of space over this way. One of our contracts looks like it's finished. Yeah, this one's finished. So we will take the next one of those. There's another hoeing contract. That is on field 32. We will accept that one. Okay. And I'm going to pick that tractor up. Create job. So start there, please. And start job. Right. So we need to see if we can turn this into a rice paddy ready for next time. Now, I know this area is not an easy area to do this with. And I think if we can keep it flat on this side, we should be all right. I'm trying to learn something a little bit different. I'm flattening out the field along the edges, trying to make it so that it's nice and flat before I even begin. And that way, what we might be able to do, I then go back into here, is start this on a flat area here. There we go, finally. So basically I've managed to get a fairly long-ish field. I've had to miss out a huge chunk at this corner here, but we have got another rice paddy into here. So it's not going to produce a massive amount of rice, but it will produce some. In the meantime, I think I put some grass in on the far side. Grass is fairly low at the moment, so let's put some let's put a bit of grass down first, and I'm going to enlarge that, and there we go. So grass, we're going to put grass all down over here, just make it nice and clean. We'll then put some grass into here, too big, and try and not have it cost too much. Obviously don't want to waste money doing too much aesthetics. And then I want to put a couple of bushes in. There we are, that's much better. So now, yeah, we've got some bushes and bits down here. Nice new rice paddy, and our farm is looking better. And oh, I wish I could put some other bits down there, but we're all good. So that sets us up nicely, and we've created another area around here that we can do some stuff with. So very happy with that, and I'm gonna pay off some loan. So let's pay 50,000 of our loan back. We know we've got some money coming in from some contracts. Yeah, there we go, 450 left. Meanwhile, both of our contracts have finished, so I'm going to try and use this one on the other field. So let's collect field 32. Let's collect that. Yes. And then I'm going to try the weeding on 33. We'll accept that. And we'll get the closest tractor that we have to have a go with that. So create job. There, and onto that. And start that. And the 6R's having no trouble doing this weeding contract. So in that case, I am going to collect the one on field 4, which is 10,808. Yes. And we'll just leave the one on 33 going. We can't collect 3 because this one needs to be finished first. And then with my tractor back in the shed there, and this all in this shed here, everything's nicely tidied away. I might move these out the way here and move it back closer to here so that we've got a larger area to play with here. In fact, That would then possibly allow me to enlarge the size of this rice paddy and bring more money in from that this year. Contract is complete on field 33, so we'll complete that. All good. So collect that and collect that. There's a hoeing contract there, and we could have sent our tractor to go and do that one actually, but never mind. Otherwise, yeah, not a lot of easy stuff. I think we might borrow the items for that. We'll get just under just under £2,000 for that. Start this up then, hook it up, and just send it to go and do it. Yeah, we could have saved ourselves a bit of money, but that's the way things go. So that I am going to create job field 22, set it off in that corner there, and start job. Hopefully it will get there, no issues. Meanwhile, I have come in and we're just clearing these out at the moment so that we can move this, and I can then look at the possibility of increasing this rice paddy here. I think I've moved everything out the way. Oh, the only thing I haven't, in fact, is the water trailer. We need to go and just move that. I think we're going to probably move our windmill as well. That I should be able to move rather than sell, as that's something that I replaced, so that should be okay. But the main area here, the main greenhouse, we are going to have to sell that. Might see if we can fit that up here actually. So back into the build mode, and I want to select that, and I want to sell that because we can't move it. 1,403, that's fine. And then I think we could possibly get this field all the way across here. We might have to, well, we're going to move the goats in a bit. Let's move our windmill first. So we'll move this, and I'm going to move this somewhere. Okay, and a little bit down. So click that. 1,100, sorry, 1,818 puts it rather nicely there. So that's, yeah, that's a good place for our water tower actually. Really good place for our water tower. And we just need to now purchase a new greenhouse. So that's going to be 3,000. If we can get as close to 3,000 as possible, that's going to lead to as little actual change as possible. So put that there. That has made very little change to that. We're a lot slimmer in here now, but that's fine. I've been trying to avoid it, but I think I'm gonna have to do it. We have meadow here in our new goat pen, and I think I'm gonna have to move the goats over here. I've got no choice. The space we have over here, I want to put the roadway this side here going down around the edge so that we can get to our other fields and just sort of increase the size of this rice paddy massively. And I can't do that with the goats where they are. So we're going to have to get some animal transport. We'll get the Noah trailer. We are going to lease that. So I've selected someone at random from the tractor driver and above level patrons and YouTube channel members, and Jeremy Cripps, congratulations, you have been selected. Thank you for your support. We will okay that then. Make sure your name is on the number plate at the back. Yes. And we're going to lease this for 1,275. And here it is down at the shop. So we'll hook our little tractor up to it. Should be absolutely fine. And now we can move our goats. I think it's going to take me several trips between the two pastures to actually move these. So let's back up first lots and see how many we can actually get in here. We did have some older ones that were getting close to actually giving birth. Productivity. Oh, wow. We've run out of water in here, I think. So how close are they to actually giving birth? Let's have a look. They are, yeah, reproduction has stopped on those ones because we have run out of water, and we were getting close to that last time and I completely forgot. So let's fill up. We can fit more in the other pasture, so we'll take the older ones first. Move those to the trailer. Okay. Move those to the trailer. Okay. And we can move 3 more. We'll do this in 2 lots then. And yep, let's get all of those out. Move to husbandry. Yes. Okay. And the second lot. Okay. Yeah, we can fit more goats in this one. Don't know if I filled the water up yet. I haven't. So let's get the second set moved as well. 5 months old. Yes. And 10 months olds. Yes. Round and down. There we go. And we'll drop these off here. Right. So how much space do we have in this pasture? 34 we can take. So we've got space in here. I think our older ones, we need to let them reproduce, and then we will be able to make a load of money from them because they've been in there a while. This water tanker should pretty much cover them, I think. I don't think they need much more than this. We also need to go and fill up the water on the greenhouse now that we've bought a new one of that. And the rest of the water, the remaining 580 litres, we'll dump into here, into build mode, and we'll select this. I want to sell this sheep pasture. Yes. Okay. Right, and then I want a roadway off that side there, down off here, round down here. So I've sketched out a rough path that I want this road to take. Now we need to smooth this off. I think there's quite a dip there where I'm standing, and yeah, you can see it dips massively down there as it goes into here. So we'll smooth that round and just make that work a little better using the smoothing tool. Just smooth that into a better area there around that corner, and actually worth smoothing this all the way around this track, just making sure that the whole thing is just that little bit. Take our tractor, we'll head around here, over and across and down. Yeah, that looks about the right shape and the right width for a tractor. We want to cut the corner there a little bit, but otherwise, yeah, that looks like a good size and shape. So I've gone through. I actually went and downloaded the extra textures mod, which gave me a load more ground textures, and I've created a roadway around the edge like this. I'm really quite pleased with that. That works very, very well. It's quite flat up to here, so I think we can probably get a pretty flat setup around here, and maybe carve into here a little bit up to here and make a bigger thing. I think it's going to cost us more if we do that, and we'll see what it's going to cost us before we actually do it. So what I'm going to do now is I've moved the tractor out of the way, and we're going to delete this existing field and try and build a new one in the space. I want to try and remember exactly where this one comes up to. There we go. And so if I can do that, yeah, we kind of want the edge to be along here. I want to put the actual start bit there. So let's go into the demolition mode. We're going to delete the rice field. Yes. And that just leaves us with this sort of mud area. And then across the back here, I want to start putting in this cultivation area. Yeah. And we'll go from there to there. Now, I've got areas restricted all along here. Where does that? Yeah, so it comes out of areas restricted about there. I'm not quite sure exactly how far along here I can go before I hit that problem. I think I have to go along the edge of here. Wow, I can go out to about there with that. Okay, let's do that then. If we can curve it round here without too much trouble. Right, and then overlaps another object. So furthest out I can get it. It's there, right on the edge. So sort of down the middle of this, I hope. And then down to there. Just bring that in a little bit there. I'm pretty happy with that. If we come up, how straight is that? That's actually really straight along that edge there. So this is the shape of our field. You can see it's slightly smaller along this edge here, but we're slightly bigger on this headland here, slightly bigger along that edge there. We're much bigger there, and we encompass this area here. But then we want to get it down to the point where that bit there is on the ground. We go down slightly, just sink it in. Maybe we can sink it into the ground a little bit. And that. Oh yeah, I think that works. I think that works very well. And it didn't cost us that much to place it. Yeah, look, it's slightly sunken into the ground, so it's not, we're not raised at all. And that's worked really well. I want to smooth off this little bit a bit, but otherwise very, very happy with that. And I want to just get rid of this little road to nowhere that we've now got, because you can see how it goes off a cliff there basically. So I could, I wonder, maybe get this to smooth out. So it's not a road to nowhere. It's a road down into the field directly, like so. Does that work? Sort of, I guess. Yeah, I suppose that is a roadway down into there. Perfect. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. That all works really well. And now looking at this, look at the size of that field. So that has doubled the size of that field, I reckon. That's given us a huge amount more. So we've got a big rice paddy there. We've got a big rice paddy here. And we've got our two smaller ones there. And we've got this one. So now we've probably doubled. From our initial size, we've probably doubled how much rice we can plant on this map. And with our hoeing contract completed, I've just noticed there's one last hoeing contract on field 5. So I am going to accept that contract. We'll jump in this tractor and I'm going to head off and get that contract done on here to finish me off today. Because, yeah, that'll be great. And it'll bring in probably actually it'll bring in the money that we've just spent doing the, putting the extended rice paddy in, which is fantastic. However, as that's all I've got to do, I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.